Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Chuck Graham Show. Well, we got a lot to talk about today. It's going to do with we're all in this together. Yeah, not so much. Stay tuned. Well, welcome back. You know, my wife said something to me today that she said, I cannot stand watching the news with you because you get so angry. Well, okay. And I'll tell you what I told her. I'm not angry at the news, okay? I'm not angry at the news at all. What I'm angry at is the fact that you have all these propaganda commercials. Oh, we're all in this together. No, the fuck we're not. We're not all in this together. You got people fixing to lose their house when they put that when they take that no eviction clause out of these executive orders, and people are going to be evicted from their fucking homes because they don't have jobs. So don't tell me we're all in this together. Now, my family is going to do all right. I mean, we're going to survive this. But there are families out there that have lost their businesses, their homes, their livelihoods, their cars. There's going to be bankruptcy. You know who's going to prosper from this? Well, I'll tell you, bankruptcy attorneys, because there's going to be a shitload of bankruptcies. And if you don't believe me, just wait. I predicted this when they said this about the coronavirus. I said that this is wrong. They should have never shut the country down at all, ever. I don't give a crap about the coronavirus spreading. I don't care about, we need to save lives. Nobody wants grandma to die, people, okay? Nobody wants grandma to die. But you're going to have people that are going to commit suicide. You're going to have people that are going to lose everything, like I just said. And this is the death of, equivalent to the death of 1,000 cuts. I mean, for some people, their life is, as they know it, is over. Some of them have hocked their houses. They've refinanced their houses to build these businesses. And what fucking right does the government have to come in and take it from you? They don't. That's the whole point. The point is this, and all it is regulation. They've taken it by regulation. That's what they've done. They've taken these people's businesses and properties and everything else by regulation. Now, what right do they have to do that? They don't. That's why you've got hundreds upon hundreds and probably going to be thousands of lawsuits against the federal government and the state government, and fucking rightfully so. I mean, it's affected my business drastically. Now, will I survive? I hope. And yeah, because I always do. But we're not in this together. Let's make it fucking clear. All that is propaganda, and I would love to know who's paying for the commercials. Is it George Soros? Is it Bill Gates? Is it Fauci? Is it Bird? Them two fucking idiots that was handling this stuff. They handed old Trump an apple, and by God, did he not bite. Yep, he bit, and he's still biting the damn apple. I mean, open up the fucking country. This thing is not nearly as bad as they predicted. It's not even as bad as the flu. Okay, and I see all these dipshits running around wearing masks. Okay, here's the deal. Half of the people in this country that died of COVID-19 were in nursing homes. Okay? You follow me here? 99% of the people will recover from this virus. So if half of the people that died were in nursing homes, well, then that means 0.5% of the people will be affected by this in a negative way or die from it. That's less than the flu. Okay? And we have a vaccine. Open up the country. But like I said on previous shows, when you panic every branch of our government, then you control every branch of our government. And that's exactly what's happened. So I told my wife, I said, I'm not mad because of the virus. And I'm not mad at anybody in my family. I'm angry because of the people that are less fortunate than me that are extremely suffering. They're suffering bad. And there's millions of people out there that hadn't got their stimulus check. There's hundreds of thousands of businesses that didn't get the PPE, loans. Okay? And then you're going to find that, you didn't use that for payroll. You're going to have to pay that back. You're going to find that monstrosity start to happen too. When they start saying that, you're going to have to pay that back. Well, we said it was forgivable, but because of this, that, and the other, and these small print provisions that we have in there, that's why it's important to read your fucking contracts with these dirtbags. That's what's going to happen. And yes, I'm angry. I'm pissed off because what I predicted when the lockdown first started, I said, this is not going to be as bad. I said, I'm sorry. I'm not a medical professional or doctor or nurse, but this is not about COVID-19. This is about taking down Trump another way. And that's exactly what this is about. This has nothing to do with COVID-19 or protecting the American people. The same dipshits that are calling for, we need to protect grandma are the same ones that are pushing people that are infected with COVID-19 into those nursing homes. And are the same people that considered abortions essential business. Because we need to protect grandma, but we have no problem stabbing a baby in the back of the head. Now, grandma, or whoever's in those nursing homes, we don't know how they live their life. They might have treated their body like an old honky-tonk. They may deserve to be where they're at. But that baby hasn't done anything. But we're not worried about that, are we? No. Because a woman has a right to choose to murder her kid. Hey, it's the America we live in. When is God just going to have enough? When is he just going to have enough? And just rain down burning sulfur on all of us? I wouldn't blame him. We're so far out of touch that it's just unreal. And I was referring to the biblical Sodom and Gomorrah, where he rained down burning sulfur and killed 2 cities. One was full of lesbians and the other was full of homosexual men. So, but when is he going to have enough? Who knows? Well, folks, all I'm saying is this, and before I start getting a lot of comments, I don't agree with homosexual lifestyle, but I'm not advocating the hate of any of them. I think I'll tell you something else. The openly gay man that is the ambassador to, I don't know if it's Israel or if it's, and I forget his name, but he's the one that released the documents on Flint. My hero. My freaking hero. Thank you. Thank you for releasing those documents that showed that what the FBI was doing. And he's openly gay. So there you go. Before I start getting comments about I don't agree with it, neither does God apparently. But that's why it's a personal relationship with Christ. It has nothing to do with me. So anyway, the point being is this. Folks, we're not all in this together. We're not. It's a farce. It's propaganda. It's the left trying to, and when I see Americans wearing masks, it makes my blood boil because they're not effective. The World Health Organization, as flawed as they are, said they're not effective. People shouldn't wear them in public. The CDC for years have said they're not effective. 2008, they did a study that they're not effective. But now, Well, the Surgeon General puts out a tweet to stop buying masks and they're not effective. But now they are. Why? I'll tell you why. Because they have a way to record who they are controlling. Those masks are not about protecting you or you spitting on somebody else. I'll tell you how you not to spread the virus. Just breathe through your nose. Don't open your mouth. Don't talk to anybody. Why don't they just say that? And not to mention the virus can be spread through your eyeballs. What's next? We're going to wear swimming goggles? Is that what they're going to require from us so that we don't get it? People are panicky. That's just who they are. And I'm not wearing the damn thing. I'm just not wearing it. Period. So all you avid mask wearers can kiss my ass. I'm not wearing it. And I won't shop in a place that makes me wear it. Or I'll send my wife. She don't have a problem wearing it. I'm drinking coffee, by the way. But everything I see in the news, wow. All the propaganda, and I'm not a conspiracy guy. I don't opine to all the conspiracy theories, but good God, look at Flint. I mean, that just really just bugged my eyes out. I'm thinking, did they really go that far? Did they really go that far to take down a president? This was a coup. That's what it was. And now they got the evidence. And now these sons of bitches should go to jail. Did they run out of handcuffs? Peter Strzok, that smug ass. Whew. Be a lot of dogs running out in front of the patrol car if he was in the back of it. And for those of you, I'm joking, but for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, I never had a cage in my car when I was a cop. They always sit in the front seat, handcuffed. But for those of you that are police officers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Hit the brakes. Ping. Head hits the cage. That's what I mean. I don't know, Sarge. There was a damn stray dog run out in front of me, and I had to stop real quick. That's why he's got little squares on the top of his head. Anyway, just a little joke there. Never did that. Didn't have a cage. So, don't want those comments, you know. But guys, here's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that we're in a difficult time here. And there are people that are really trying to take away your freedoms. And I watched a good movie last night, Public Enemy Number One. And when they were shooting it out with John Dillinger, the famous bank robber from the 30s, and he was using a fully automatic Tommy gun, which more than likely took 45 caliber rounds, pistol rounds. And I thought to myself, now that's the America that I know. See, folks, the Second Amendment has nothing to do with hunting, fishing, home protection. You have the right to keep and bear arms because this was ratified back when the government and the people were equally armed. The government wanted you to be able to rise up and protect yourself from a tyrannical government. Something we just did, you know, we just fought a government for our freedoms, and we rose up and we took our country and kicked the British back across the pond. So that's what I'm saying. That's what it's for. It's not for, and I'm not opposed to fully automatic assault rifles, and I hate that word, assault rifle. Every rifle is an assault rifle. A knife is an assault knife. I mean, because you're assaulting someone if you're shooting at them. So there's no such thing as an assault rifle. Every gun that exists is an assault weapon. So I believe in having a fully automatic weapon. I believe everybody that wants one should be able to buy one. and buy it without a tax stamp. And I just do. Because in the hands of a sane, well-rounded person, it means nothing. In the hands of a crazy dumbass, it means death. But, you have the right to keep and bear arms. And keep reading. It'll tell you about the militia too. A well-armed militia. Just keep reading the Second Amendment. It's not just about keep and bear arms. So, folks, what I'm trying to say is this. And that doesn't have a damn thing to do with the National Guard. The Second Amendment has nothing to do with the National Guard. It's the right of the people. The people as everybody to keep and bear arms. But like I said, I just wanted to voice my opinion today about this constant propaganda that we see on television. The mask wearing. We're all in this together. We're going to get through this. You got freaking celebrities in their multi-million-dollar homes. You got Matthew McConaughey sitting there going, wear your mask when he goes outside. When you go outside. It's easy to tell people. It's easy to tell people when you have millions of dollars and you're living in a 20,000 square foot home, or you have 200 acres. I have 5 acres here. It's easy for me to stay at home because I can get on my tractor. I can go and do whatever it is that I need to do, and I can occupy myself. But that's not true to someone that's living in a 600 square foot apartment in New York City that can't get out. It's not the same. We're not all in this together. That's propaganda. That's all it is. It's propaganda. It's designed to make you feel good about your situation. Some people's situation fucking sucks. It sucks. Okay? They have no job. They have no way to pay their rent. They have no way to pay their mortgage. And they've gotten a forbearance on their mortgage, which eventually is going to come due if it's not deferred. And by the way, there is a stark difference between forbearance and deferment. Folks, forbearance is just saying, you don't have to pay it for 3 months. But at the end of it, you got to pay it all. Well, that makes no sense. Now, I will give credit to Wells Fargo. They have, if they own the loan, they're giving deferments at the end of the forbearance, from what the rep told me. So, because you just never know. But like I said, I've owned a business for a long time, and it's terrible for me too. It's terrible for my business, but it's not so terrible that I'm going to lose everything. And this notion that non-essential and essential businesses is just simply idiocy, moronic. Every single fucking business that exists, every single one of them, every business is essential to the person that owns it, to the person that's hocked their house to build it, to the person that it puts food on their table. Every single business is essential to that person and those employees. So this notion that you can crowd like a herd of fucking cattle into Walmart to buy whatever it is as long as you're wearing a mask is insane. But yet you can't open your office up because you might have 1 or 2 people stop by to do whatever. A lot of these businesses don't have a lot of foot traffic either, but they're not essential, so they can't open up. So they lose their business, they lose their livelihoods, and they won't be able to pay for their mortgages and those type things. This is fucking insanity. And President Trump needs to get off his ass and open the country back up completely. Not in phases. Just open the fucking thing up. Okay, well, sorry for the F-bombs, for all of you that are sensitive to it. But I'm a little angry today. God bless you all. And this is my 2 cents.